Clan Stewart is a Highland Scottish clan. The clan is recognised by court of the Lord Lyon. However, it does not have a clan chief recognised by the Lord Lyon, King of Arms. Because the clan has no chief, it can be considered an armigerous clan. However, the Earls of Galloway are now considered to be the principal branch of this clan, and the crest and motto of the Earls of Galloway's arms are used in the Clan Stewart crest badge. The court of the Lord Lyon recognises two other Stewart clans, Clan Stewart of Bute and Clan Stewart of Appin. Clan Stewart of Bute is the only Stewart clan at present which has a recognised chief. History. Origins of the clan. The Stuarts, who became monarchs of Scotland, were descended from a family who were seneschals of Dol in Brittany, France. After the Norman conquest of England, the Stuarts acquired estates in England as the FitzAlan family, also Earls of Arundel. Walter Flada Walter FitzAlan, the Stuart, came to Scotland when David I of Scotland claimed his throne. It is from their office as Stuarts that the surname Stewart came from. Walter was created High Steward of Scotland and was granted large estates in Renfrewshire and East Lothian. Walter was one of the commanders of the Royal Army which defeated Somerled of the Isles at the Battle of Renfrew in 1164. Wars of Scottish Independence. During the Wars of Scottish Independence, James Stuart, 5th High Steward of Scotland, swore fealty to Edward I of England. However, he later sided with Robert the Bruce and William Wallace in the struggle for Scottish independence. Royal House of Stuart. Walter Stuart, 6th High Steward of Scotland, married Marjorie, daughter of King Robert the Bruce. When Robert's son, David II of Scotland, died, he was succeeded by Walter Stuart's son, Robert II of Scotland. King Robert II had many sons. The eldest, John, succeeded to the throne of Scotland as Robert III of Scotland. The royal line of male Stuarts was uninterrupted until the reign of Mary, Queen of Scots. As a family, the Stuarts held the throne of Scotland and later England until the death of Anne, Queen of Great Britain, in 1714. Albany Stewarts. The Dukedom of Albany is a peerage title that was bestowed on some younger sons in the Scottish and later the British royal family, particularly in the House of Stuart. Robert II's third son was Robert Stuart, 1st Duke of Albany, who was regent of Scotland during part of the reigns of his father, brother, and nephew James I of Scotland. Robert II's fourth son was Alexander Stuart, Earl of Buchan, who was famed as the Wolf of Badenoch and was responsible for the destruction of Elgin Cathedral. When James I of Scotland came of age, he curbed the power of his cousins, the Albany Stewarts. He beheaded Murdoch Stuart, 2nd Duke of Albany, eldest son of the former regent Robert Stuart. Two of Murdoch's sons, Walter and Alexander, were both executed as well. Main branches of the clan. Apart from the Royal House of Stuart, the three main branches of the clan that settled in the Scottish Highlands during the 14th and 15th centuries were the Stuarts of Appin, Stuarts of Atholl and Stuarts of Balquhidder. Today the Earls of Galloway are considered the senior line of the Clan Stewart. Stuarts of Appin. The Stuarts of Appin descend from Sir John Stuart of Bonkell, son of Alexander Stuart, 4th High Steward of Scotland. Sir John's younger son, James Stuart, was killed in 1333 at the Battle of Halidon Hill. His grandson married the heiress of the Lord of Lorne. He was the first Stuart Lord of Lorne. The Stuarts of Appin supported the Royalist cause during the Civil War of the 17th century and also supported the deposed Stuart monarchs during the Jacobite Rising of 1715 and Jacobite Rising of 1745. Stuarts of Atholl. The Stuarts of Atholl are descended from a son of Alexander Stuart, Earl of Buchan. James Stuart built a strong castle at Garth, where he settled at the end of the 14th century. Queen Joanna, widow of James I of Scotland, married the Black Knight of Lorne, who was descended from the 4th High Steward. The son was John Stewart of Balvenie, who was granted the earldom of Athol by his half-brother, James II of Scotland. He supported his brother, commanding the royal forces that opposed the rebellion by the Lord of the Isles. The fifth Stuart, Earl of Athol, died with no male issue, and his daughter married William Murray, 2nd Earl of Tully-Barden, who succeeded as Earl of Athol. Many Stuarts continued to live in the Athol area, with many claiming descent from the Wolf of Badenoch. They were mainly transferred by allegiance to the Murray Earls of Athol and were known as Athol men. This is maintained today with the Athol Highlanders, Europe's only legal private army. General David Stuart of Garth, an Atholman, was an officer in the Black Watch Regiment, and his book, Sketches of the Highlanders and Highland Regiments, popularised his homeland in Victorian England. Stuarts of Balquhidder. Stuarts came to Balquhidder in about 1490 when William Stuart, grandson of the only son of the Duke of Albany to escape the persecution of James I, was appointed Bally of the Crown lands of Balquhidder. Stuarts of Bute. The chiefs of the clan Stewart of Bute descended from John, younger son of Robert Stewart, who reigned as Robert II of Scotland. Castles. Edinburgh Castle and Stirling Castle were the most notable castles owned by the Stuarts as the royal family. Castle Stewart was the home of the line of Stuarts who held the title Earl of Moray. Castle Stalker was a seat of the Stuarts of Appin. Lochranza Castle was granted to Walter Stewart, 6th High Stewart of Scotland in 1262 by Alexander III of Scotland. Dundonald Castle, built in the 13th century by Alexander Stewart, 4th High Stewart of Scotland. Falkland Palace was acquired by the Stewart family in the 14th century and was owned by Robert Stewart, Duke of Albany. Doune Castle, built in the 14th century by Robert Stewart, Duke of Albany. Earl's Palace, Kirkwall, built by Robert Stewart, 1st Earl of Orkney. Bishop's Palace, Kirkwall, originally a Norwegian fort, ownership later passed to Robert Stewart, 1st Earl of Orkney. Scalloway Castle, built by Patrick Stewart, 2nd Earl of Orkney. Earl's Palace, Bursey, built by Patrick Stewart, 2nd Earl of Orkney. Crookston Castle has been owned by various branches of the Clan Stewart. Rothesay Castle was built by the Stuarts at the beginning of the 13th century. Garth Castle, stronghold of the Clan Stewart. Ardvorlich Castle, stronghold of the Clan Stewart. Grantley Castle, stronghold of the Clan Stewart. Garlies Castle, stronghold of the Clan Stewart.